Hey everyone. So now up to this point, you have understood everything regarding SharePoint site structure, list, libraries, permission related things. Now it comes to the more visual elements part called SharePoint web parts. So what SharePoint web part is, you can say it as a SharePoint web parts are the building blocks of your SharePoint site. To showcase the information, you need something to have on the SharePoint pages. So as you can see, this is my communication site by default. We have news, then we have the news here as well, events, we have documents, everything. All these things are called the web parts in SharePoint. There are 30 to 40 web parts SharePoint provides. I'm talking about out of the box web parts only. But if you do custom development in SPFx, you can create a web part, web applications for specifically for SharePoint using databases, libraries, everything. You can customize it on your own. Now I am going to show you quickly what out of the box web part SharePoint look like. So this is the completely out of the box SharePoint site. We have hub site, we have events. Here, if I talk about differences between out of the box and custom, so the first one will be flexibility. In out of the box web parts, you don't have to write any code. You don't have to manage anything. It is completely responsive. Every feature came from the Microsoft or the SharePoint team from the Microsoft will rolled out globally. But yes, you don't have a flexibility to manage the UI of it, manage the features of it. Like whatever the features are there, you are stick to that. But if you do want to customize everything, if you would like to have events, but if you would like to show a calendar kind of thing, you want to show the categories field. So when user click on it, the event should filter out. If you want to show the date picker. If I talk about news, you see news is pretty simple. You will have the image, links, and the date when the news is published, but you don't have that much flexibility on the UI. There are layouts option available, but I'm talking about the user interface kind of thing and the layouts kind of thing. Now let me show you what custom SharePoint development and custom site looks like. So this is the site that I've created for the SharePoint hackathon actually. So everything you see here is custom developed for a SharePoint intranet. All these are called the web parts. So these are not the SharePoint out of the box, these are custom created using the SPFx. So you see the site navigation is changed. The logo is here. This is the banner web part, as you can see. If I click on it, it carousel from left to right. These are the quick links on top of the banner. Then this is the news web part. You can see news here. We have also the carousel format. And whatever you see here, events, we have events. I have the date picker created custom events. We have title. I also have option to add this event on my Outlook calendar. So you see this kind of UI you can actually make if you know SPFx and a custom development. So just wanted to show you that difference, but our focus will be on the out of the box. Now we created one SharePoint site here. Now let's understand how you can add web part, different layouts option available, and the section settings. To add a new web part, you have to click on edit. It will open that page in edit mode. Now you see the green symbol, the green color. So those are for the sections. Now if I click on this one, I have 8 options to play with. Flexible, 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 1/3, and blah blah blah. So if I select 1 column, so it will only get me a full column. I can only add 1 web part to it. So I will add, let's say, hero web part. So here you can add a background, images, and everything. When you add any web part, you do have 3 options. First one is manage the web part properties. The first icon here. These are from the Microsoft only. You can customize the layout option. To add the content, you have option here. I'm not going to add every web part available there and edit the content. It will make a video too long. To duplicate this web part, we have this duplicate option. When you click on it, it will duplicate that web part. To delete, simply you have to click on delete. Now, two column section. So it will give 50-50 view. You can add one component here, second component there. So let me just add one image gallery here. And in this, I will add countdown. Okay. The next one will be 3 column. As the name suggests, it will give 3 column layout. So the first one you can add, I'll say I want to add a YouTube video. Here I want to add editorial card. And then let's say I want to add, let me check if there's any web part, document library. So document library web part is something that get the document from this site. You can select the document library to show the data. If I select the document library, you have certain options to play with, whether you would like to show documents from a specific view, specific folder, and or the configuration setting that you can do it on your own. If I apply this, it will show me the document from that one. So you don't have to go to site content, click on document library, they can see everything from the home page. Now there is a new section introduced in SharePoint in the recent update that is called flexible section. So as you can see, if you think like you can only drag and drop this component from one layout from here, and you can drag it from here, but you don't have the flexibility to drop anywhere. That's when the flexible layout section comes in. So here what you have the blank canvas where you can drag any element anywhere. So by this, what I mean, let me just add a quick link web part here. So as you can see, like I can drag it anywhere I want. It's not like we have 2 columns, you have one web part here and one web part there. It's not like that. I can drag a links here. If I have document library, I can just drag it here and put it here. Editorial card, let's say I want to make it here and just get a little bit bigger, I can do that. And if I want to have a custom text here, I can do. So this is the flexible layout. You will find lots of videos on flexible layouts for design inspiration, so you can watch them. I'll also add a link to the description here. Like I have also created few videos about this, so you'll get a better idea. Now once everything is done, you created a page, every web part you have added, you have to hit the republish in order so that user can see your updated content. Now you can also add images to it. Here we have the stock image options available. Now this is the web part addition thing. Now if you are creating a site, so if you don't find anything like what layout should I create, what information should I add, there is an option for a section template. So this is the inspiration you can get. So if I click on the section template, it will add that here. So as you can see, this is not added in any layout. This is the flexible layout, because you see all the elements here are very much aligned. If you click on see all section options, then you see there are a bunch of options to play with. If you want to show the metrics, you can just simply click on it. It will directly do it, and your task is to just manage this content. Don't change anything, unlike you want the design to have a little bit customized, like you want this image to be appear at top, this text to be bottom, everything you can do. And once everything is done, you can publish it. Now if you have the Copilot license, then there will be there will be one extra feature that what it will do, depending on the page and the section layout, it will auto suggest all the settings and all the sections things for you. Now once you republish this site, you can see it here, and other user will also see it. If you would like to see like how this site will be visible on the tablet and the mobile, because if your SharePoint site is specifically for the frontline workers, field workers, so they don't have access to laptop every time. So user experience and responsive kind of thing is something you always check in some cases. So what you can do, you can just view this on a mobile. So for this, you have to download a SharePoint app. You can directly show it in a browser, but SharePoint app is something recommended. Or what you can do, if you go to site pages, I'll go to site content here, then go to site page. If I create a new page, actually, let's say I create a new page. There we have option to see in a responsive view. Test page. So you can see the page I have created. We have option for a preview. So you can see it on a desktop or you can see it on a mobile. Now the pages is something you can create. So pages are like news pages, we can say. Anything you would like to show it as event announcement, anything, you can create a page. And page is nothing but where you can add the web parts, add the content. So similar way, because every content you cannot showcase on the home page because it will take too much time to load the SharePoint site, right? So create a pages, have a folder, make them arrange in a proper way so that user can navigate them very peacefully. And you can always add a link to important things in the SharePoint navigation. Now these are some basic things like how to create a web parts, how to add them, edit them, update them, and how SPFx can helps you better in terms of development, in terms of customized UI and everything. If you have any questions about this, you can let me know in comments, and I will also add supporting documents or relevant documents that you can refer or read to get a more idea of it and each and every web parts. Thank you.